Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition, and welcome to another mystery message with me. Well, today we're not gonna pick from the bag, but I'm just gonna choose one card, and I'm just gonna take this one actually, because it's so nicely closed. And it's a relative. Oh, wow. Now I'm actually kind of getting scared whenever a relative comes out because sometimes they just yell at me. Ah, okay, let's see who this relative is that wants to come through in this particular reading. And I do say it particular, like quite a lot. I know. I noticed that as well. So I'm gonna try to use that a little bit less frequently. Okay, a relative. Could be a relative that is still here in the 3D. Could be a mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather. Could be someone who has already passed on. For some reason, the last times the relative seemed to have been not in this earthly realm anymore. But let's see. What is the message from your relative that needs to come through today? What is the message for the collective from the relative? What is the message that needs to come through? Okay. It's the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Holding back from a love offer. Ooh, wow. I'm getting someone held back from you when you were a child. Okay. Underneath the deck, the Seven of Pentacles. I get a very, very different message today. And the Wheel of Fortune. And I was guided to take those two cards from the bottom of the deck. I get a message that you might have been abandoned by this relative early on in your life. Whether they really physically abandoned you because they walked away, or, and I get a strong father figure here, to be fair, if I'm completely honest, doesn't have to be. Wow, now one of my spirit guides told me that maybe this has happened actually to one of your parents, and you're getting this message now to understand why maybe your father or mother has been acting that way with you. Oh, wow. Oh, this actually makes me sad. Because I feel like you have tried to make this relative proud. You always offered that cup, and you always smiled, and you always tried to be the perfect little kid. But they never showed you how much you meant to them, or you mean to them. Because for some reason I'm getting that they never have been taught how to show emotions. So you kind of grew up with the Seven of Pentacles. You see like the two pentacles up in the tree, but they were actually kind of too high to reach. And then the Five of Pentacles, like you kind of felt left alone, like left out in the cold. You just grew up. Yeah. Your adolescent years, your teenage years, and you planted your own seeds, yet you never really felt really like you had the support, but for some reason, I don't think that was. I mean, yes, if you felt that way, then yes, obviously you didn't feel supported. So, yeah, that is your truth. But I don't think that was the intention of that person. I think that your relative was just unable to show you how much you mean to them because they were never taught. I have to repeat this message. This person was never taught themselves how to show love. All they knew or how their value has been judged by someone else is by the pentacles, not by the emotions. And I get a very cold vibe, like very cold. Even though it's a Four of Pentacles, which talks about holding back and holding on to something tightly. But I get more like the Five of Pentacles energy, which then again is something that you grew up in. Now, what confuses me is the Wheel of Fortune because, no, it doesn't. The Wheel of Fortune is the number 10 card. Wow. The message is from your relative, and I think it's actually from the higher self that is coming through here. If they have not passed on, if they haven't transitioned in this life and they're still around, then this message is from the higher self, from the relative that is coming through. And you will know exactly who that is to you. Whether it's a parental figure or someone else that you've looked up to, or for who. Yeah, anyway, you'll know. And I think you have actually been placed in this family dynamic by your ancestors because you're here to complete this Wheel of Fortune. You are to complete an ancestral curse, so to speak. You're here to end karmic contracts. Wow, I'm really feeling for you because I see the Page of Wands underneath the deck. You really had to balance out. You always had to be upright. You always tried to, you always tried to be perfect. I'm picking up on someone who really tried to be perfect. But no one's perfect. And to be fair, this relative also never had the expectation for you to be perfect, but they just didn't know how else to communicate with you. They just couldn't express it. And if they're still around, which I hope, because hopefully this message for some reason can help, they still haven't learned it. And I get a really sad energy, to be fair. Even if their lower self is not aware, I do think it makes them sad because I do think they realize to some degree that they were not just to you. I feel so bad for the Page of Cups, really. And also for the Seven of Pentacles, for that boy that's in the trees. In the tree. Maybe you really did like in your childhood to just climb up in trees and just be, yeah, because you kind of felt safe when you weren't around at home. Oh, wowzers. That is a different message. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Underneath the deck, before I'm even shuffling, is the King of Swords. They might have been quite cutting with their words. But it's because they just never learned how to really, articulate themselves. In German, there is a song from this band called Die Ärzte, Schrei nach Liebe. So if you're German, you should look it up. For all the ones who are native English speakers or actually speak different native tongue, just forget about this song. The song basically also talks about someone who is just being violent and just, I mean, that's like the very much like shortened version of it. It goes way deeper, the song text, but the lyrics, it basically talks about, yeah, you just don't know how to show love because you were just not being loved. Um, it's cry for love is the direct translation. That the person that is being described in that song is just incapable and is just trying to mask what they're actually feeling, because they were never taught to articulate themselves. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. How does the Page of Cups feel now towards this relative? How does this Page of Cups feel now? Because, I mean, the Page of Cups will still be your inner child. The Moon, it is in your subconscious. Yeah. The Three of Cups, it's something that revisits you. In your dreams, sometimes in your thoughts, it pops up. For some of you, this might actually be, this relationship to this relative might be quite traumatic, and it might have been mentally challenging for you. Ooh. Some of you, I really hope this does not resonate with anyone, but for some of you, you might have tried to numb out with substances, whatever the substances might be. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm gonna put like this. How does this person, this relative, no, I want to ask, yeah, I think this mystery message is more about giving you clarity on why this happened and that it was never your fault. Even though I'm pretty sure for most of you listening, you already know that it hasn't been your fault because you have done quite some extensive healing and intensive healing. Because you had to heal yourself. This is why you are also the chosen one from your family. If this relative could speak freely, what would they like to tell you? How do they feel about you truly? The Five of Cups, which is disappointment. Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay, we have to declutter this, and now I get a headache. Ooh, that's quite comic. If they could tell you this. Oh, no. Oh, okay, different. Okay, now I'm relieved. Because I was like, what the flip? They're trying to tell my collective that they're disappointed in them? Excuse me? Yeah, right, no. They're actually disappointed about the conflict. If you had an argument or are constantly fighting, they are actually very disappointed with themselves. Yeah. I do think that they see you as the Queen of Wands, and it doesn't matter whether you're female or male in body. It's the energy. They admire you. And they would actually like to offer you like this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. The Queen and King of Strength. They really admire you. That's what they would like to tell you. And that they're disappointed in the conflict. What are their plans? What is... If this person has already transitioned, then I do get the message that they would like to apologize to you. That they know that you never deserved this. You never deserved it, and they're so disappointed that they couldn't clear this up with you. Or if they haven't transitioned yet and there's still a chance, they're disappointed that they haven't cleared it up yet. But I also think, even though they admire you, you also intimidate them, because you light up, you enlighten their weak parts. And this is something that they are not accustomed to. And I see the 10 of Swords underneath the deck. Okay. How about, I mean, you planted your own seeds. But you also felt left out in the cold. How do you feel now? How do you feel now? How do you feel now about yourself? The Hierophant. But it came sideways, which is quite interesting. You're feeling blocked by the expectations. I also get you feel boxed in. Ace of Cups and Page of Wands. Okay. What else? The Hierophant. They flip back around and the Lovers. Yeah, it's so funny. But you're making a choice with the Lovers. Yeah. But why are you... okay. This is so interesting. The Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the Judgment. It's underneath the Three of Wands. Now, another message would be that they held back from investing into you, in your relationship with them. So, and then it might be that this relative of yours might feel blocked by the paradigms of their own upbringing, and they're making a choice now to invest. No, but they're still holding back. Still holding back. I'm not getting completely through. What is the Wheel of Fortune about? What is that message? What is the Wheel of Fortune about? The Eight of Cups. But it also came sideways, and that's bugging me. Because the Walking Away card. The King of Intelligence underneath the deck. Walking away from the King of Intelligence. Transformation. into the Queen of Cups. But being in the head with the Seven of Swords. Cutting away. Oof, collective, this reading goes really deep now. I don't know how to unpack this. Wait, let me pause for a second because... Okay, I also got another message through as I was like ruminating over those cards. But this energy is quite heavy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also getting the, yes, they held back from you, because they were never taught differently, but they also tried to plant seeds. This might be them actually as a child. And they actually tried planting seeds for you to have a better destiny. But this is why they were so caught up in the material world. For you, it caused mental dilemma, mental trauma, emotional trauma. And they might also be holding back this relative because they're scared of this conflict. They're scared that you will burn them down as the Queen of Wands, which will leave them in the Five of Pentacles energy, left out in the cold. Even though, which is quite funny, like being left out in the cold, but actually being burned down. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's... maybe they made a choice to break out of this kind of paradigm, but they didn't. That's the problem. They didn't. They didn't manage to do that. They didn't manage to walk away. So maybe that's actually not the Wheel of Fortune energy. Maybe this belongs here. They didn't manage to make this choice. This is why you're meant to be the one who's breaking this ancestral curse, because I think your relative before you was meant to do it. Or a relative that you never met was meant to do it. That actually taught this other relative of yours, and I strongly get a father figure. But that father figure, or whoever that relative is for you, was unable to do it. So what will change with the Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, a completely new perspective. That's what's going to change. You'll be completely renewed. Yeah. Something with the Knight of Pentacles, something in the Four of Cups, something is being offered now that was ignored in the past. I mean, the message in itself is quite long already. Wowzers, I honestly, yeah, I'm gonna get you, because this is quite heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get you an angel guide card. Let me grab the deck. Whew, unique. It's the week of the unique mystery messages, I guess. I split the deck and I see honesty and communication and romance and connection. Let's see, what is the advice, the angel guide advice for you watching this mystery message? Manifestation. Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, blessings and abundance. You can manifest everything that you desire because you can make this wheel of fortune spin in your favor with a different perspective. But you have to be the one that is actually finally managing to walk away from this cycle. Ah, that's why. So it does belong there. Yeah, you are being asked to be the first one to walk away from this cycle. Okay, now it's getting clear. Okay. Wow. I was like, what the heck's happening here? It was too deep, but I honestly, this reading, if I would dive deep into it right now, this would be pretty much an hour long. I'm not gonna lie. Manifestation, your message. Manifestation is the ability to bring our thoughts, dreams, and intentions into reality. The spiritual law of manifestation helps us create from deep within energies and experiences that lead us toward greater fulfillment and purpose. You are blessed to have received this angel card today, for it encourages you to recognize your power. You are a master of manifestation, and whenever you focus on something with loving thoughts and the best intentions, you bring that dream into reality. Exactly. You have the power. For once, this is why you've been sent here into this dynamic, because you're the only one who can spin that wheel of fortune in your favor, because only you are able to have that changed perspective, because that relative that withheld love from you, they tried, but they failed. They weren't able to do it. And even if it was a generation before that where they tried and failed. And this is no judgment. This is not a piece of cake. This is not a joke, collective. You are chosen for a reason, and you should be proud of yourself. And I'm not taking this lightly, because the energy that I've been feeling in this mystery message was very heavy. So I feel for you. This is not an easy task. Okay, if you're working on bringing something to fruition at this time, whether that be a project, an opportunity, or even a miracle, this card lets you know that it is unfolding before your eyes. It's very important to stay elevated at this time and focus on positive energy, blessings, and the positive events that are happening around you, as you're magnetizing even more blessings into your world. So this is why it was important to tell you that I saw the blessings and abundance card, right? And now I lift it up again and it says ask and receive. Did you? Yeah, you did see it. Okay. You're one with the universe at this time. You see how all the stars are aligning and have the ability to manifest incredible experiences and opportunities. You're being encouraged to understand that any new opportunities arising will allow you to step up and move forward in your life, to spin the wheel of fortune in your favor. That was additional from me again. Your energy is aligned with pure potential, and it's important to know that everything you focus on now is going to grow, adapt, and expand in line with your energy field. Your angels are encouraging you to be open and receptive, as the universe is offering you the guidance, abundance, support, and healing you require based on your current situation. Healing. Healing past trauma, I'm also getting. Recognize the incredible gifts and support that are available to you now. The power of the universe is within you. Yeah, because you are the curse breaker of your ancestral line. Well done, you, collective. Well done, you. Even if you're still in the process of it, you have done so well already. Sending you absolute love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.